So questions concerning the EDD are surrounding all of us, frankly. Um, this is not actually a new situation. Problems with the EDD go a long way back, and it's a problem with state technology. We have a long history of failure when it comes to upgrading our state technology, and we are asking the employees of EDD to try to do something insanely modern with equipment that's from the 70s, sometimes at best. And so the question is, how do we keep getting here, and how do we make it better in the future? And that's a complicated situation because there is a long history of failure in technology and other large projects around the state. And the single biggest problem from what I see and from those who I talk to isn't so much the scope of what they are trying to do, it's that not enough resources are put in on the front end to find out exactly what's being done so we can properly design the system for the future. And so then when you put out a request for proposal, the companies that put the proposals in don't actually have a full scope of what they're trying to do. And so you end up with a bunch of cost overruns, a bunch of modifications that no one knew needed to be done because the work on the front end wasn't done. It probably costs us 3-4 times more money to do it this way. But we're so afraid of sitting down with the public and saying, look, this is what has to happen. I know it looks kind of strange, but we have to spend some more money up front to go through all the processes, find out exactly what's being done, what needs to be done, and what needs to be transported into a new system. And then we ask undercapitalized businesses to try and do this system, rather than the state legislature getting off their butts, talking to Google and Apple here in California and saying, how can we design a system that works? And then selling that to the public. We're so afraid of doing that. And we get the arguments. We can write the arguments. I can do them myself. Why do we want the state to be giving that kind of power to 1 or 2 companies? Sadly, it's because they can do the job. I don't like saying that. Trust me, I don't. And you can go outside of California. You can go to Amazon or Microsoft if you want some competing interests. But why wouldn't you use a company from California to do this? That way you can hold them more accountable. And this is part of the mindset problem that actually created AB5. We're stuck in a 1970s, 1980s mindset. We're stuck in an old employment model. We're stuck in an old communication model. We no longer know how to talk to the public. We forget information is now free and easy to get. In the 70s, gathering that type of data was hard. It's still complicated today, but it's a hell of a lot easier to gather it, analyze it, and make sense of it. It doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to have a crime and punishment mindset to our citizens and to our small government agencies. We don't have to have a crime and punishment mindset to employment. We don't have to have a crime and punishment mindset to our own damn bureaucracy. You open up the windows, you let light shine in, and people will want improvement. No one wants to go to work every day where they don't think it matters or where everything's falling apart and nobody cares. I read a Reddit thread the other day about someone who claimed, it's Reddit, so it's a claim, to quit the EDD simply because it was a toxic environment. But what I read was an environment where people have given up. They have no hope for change. And why would they? So they just go along. And that's awful. It's awful for the taxpayer. It's awful for the workers. It's awful for getting results done. You as a taxpayer, do you want to put your employees through that? The bureaucrats are your employees. Do you want to put them through that? I don't. I don't want to be responsible for that. But we are. We haven't demanded better. We haven't demanded that our leaders change the way they think. We haven't demanded that they seek more input. We've allowed them to isolate themselves under the damn dome, to be accountable to only those who give them money, and not accountable to those who pay the tax bill. Nothing works without those who pay the tax bill. Those are the people we should be honoring. Those are the people we need to take care of. It's not the job of the legislature to determine how I work or how anybody else in this state works. That's between them and the people that pay them. If they want to be independent contractors, they should be independent contractors. If they want to be employees, they should be employees. There are plenty of options for those people who want to be employees. You have stolen the option for those who want to be independent contractors. And your mass confusion of a fix, which is all it really is, it's a jobs bills for lawyers, as best I can tell. That's what we're going to do. We're going to punish people for wanting to work, for wanting to live life how they want, and for other people for wanting to help them. I know exactly why Amazon, Uber, Lyft, and all those people want to contract with me. It saves them money. I'm fine with that. You know why? Because it gives me exactly what I want. Freedom. The ability to work how and as I see fit. I don't have to work for Amazon every day if I don't want to. I don't have to work for Uber every day if I don't want to. I can bounce between the two. On a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, I can bounce between 6, 7, 8 different companies as I see fit. Yeah, it can get complicated on the taxes at the end of the year, which is why I personally try to limit myself to 2 or 3 in any given year. But that's my choice. That's what we have taken away. We've taken away choice. Are we a pro-choice state or are we not? If you believe in pro-choice, you must be pro-choice all the time, for everything. If you believe in human rights, you must be for all human rights all the time, for everything. If you are for all voices being heard, you must be for all voices all the time, even those you don't like. Thank you for your time. Good night.